Hola and good afternoon. It is Tuesday, and this is another episode of Pickup Lines presented by Gamez Law Firm, Integrity Roofing and Siding, and the Sabinal Group. We're inside the Lexus, the all-electric Lexus RZ 450e, courtesy of North Park Lexus of San Antonio and North Park Lexus at Dominion. And Gimena Gómez is here with me, and I said, Gimena, I need a tree to park under so that I can have shade. And she said, yes.
You want a tree, you will have a tree.
Hey, look at this.
Production.
Gimena Gómez is here. It's good to see you, by the way.
Good to see you, too.
You are kind of a big deal.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm putting that lightly. Let's just... and so it's coming on her phone right here, which is a perfect segue, because I was just talking about her social media. And I asked her respectfully to share this on her social media, just because in case you're wondering about Gimena Gómez, at the moment, she has 344,000 followers on Facebook, 238,000 followers on Instagram, 550,000 followers on TikTok. So by rough math, that's over 1 million.
Yeah.
How, Gimena, how did you do that?
Well, I've been working as an actress in Mexico, and also sometimes my TV series come out in other countries in Latin America. So I think mainly of my public has seen me in some of these projects. Yes. But I also do like comedy. I love comedy. So I also love to do comedy in TikTok. I'm also like a content creator, kinda. So yeah, there's some of my public is like from comedy, which I love, and I think I act. So
you do well, and you've been acting for a long time, and hopefully maybe you'll get a couple more viewers out of this little show that we do here. But you are like a triple threat, as we call it here in the States. You're an actress, you're a singer, you're a dancer in Mexico. You were born in Veracruz, right? Like right on the water. Right?
Yeah, I grew up in Boca del Rio, Veracruz.
Sí, yes.
And then when my parents got divorced, we went to Mexico City.
Okay. But from a very early age, like what are your earliest memories of acting? Or was that your parents wanted you to do it, or you liked it, or how did that happen?
No, I was like, honestly, I was very rebel at school. I couldn't find like myself. So I just started, yeah, like rebel.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Rebel?
No, I get what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, I was crazy. So then when I started to studying these, I became very nerd. Like I founded my thing. But I have a memory that is actually very cool about like my first, like the very first thing I did. It was, I think they filmed in Veracruz, like a film from here. It's very funny.
Right.
It was Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes.
So they came to Veracruz to film a part of the movie.
Okay.
And they started to build this city in front of my house. So they needed extras, right?
Yes.
And my sister has blue eyes, so they hired her.
Okay.
And then they saw me like I'm younger, and they were, oh, okay, you too. So I was at you too, but it was super cool.
You were the extra.
It was super cool because, we didn't go to school like for a month.
Oh, heck yeah.
We won money.
You got paid.
But the best thing for me, it was like that they had like this huge table of candies. So we would be like...
Craft services.
Exactly.
And this is Leonardo DiCaprio. This is before Titanic came out, right? And this is like in the early 90s?
It was... Yeah.
So did you get to see Leonardo DiCaprio?
We get to see them, and actually, like, there was some actors going to to our toilet, because that toilets when you are like filming cannot be very clean.
Right.
So they came to our
your house.
Yeah. So I can say.
Don't tell me Leo DiCaprio used your toilet.
I'm gonna ask my dad, because maybe I wasn't there. I was so young.
Okay. Well, you were little.
Yeah, but maybe we have.
It's possible that Leo DiCaprio, at one point,
I think so,
sat on your toilet. I should mention this, by the way, because you said something yesterday on social media. You said this right here is the first interview you have ever done
in English.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh
my god, yeah.
See, I wouldn't have guessed that because your English is very good. First of all, thank you, by the way, for
No, thank
I feel
you.
like I have a small part in your life's
It
history.
is. You're like my godfather.
I am.
You know, my English godfather. That's amazing.
I would have never. That's kind of cool. I think your very first ever Mexico, U.S., anywhere. This is your first ever. So far, you're doing great.
Thank you.
So okay. So how well known are you in Mexico? Because I know you've done a lot of things. You've done stage. You have done small screen. You've done movies. Were an extra in Romeo and Juliet. You've done musicals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not easy to do. Not everybody can just do that.
Well, I think it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience. This is a career of resistance. That's what my acting teacher would say. And I think when you are walking into this career, you get to know that there's also other things that touch your career, as dancing, as singing. And the more you learn, the more you will have opportunities to get the character, you know?
Yeah. Do you compare yourself, or in Mexico, are you compared to an actress that we would know here in the United States really well?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about my career because it's the industry in Mexico is very different from the industry here. I think here you guys appreciate more films.
Okay.
And in Mexico, it is a thing, but it's like you don't get millionaire but by doing films.
Okay.
You get very prestigious.
I see.
A lot of prestigious. You get rich doing TV.
That's where the money
Especially
is.
soap operas.
Telenovelas. Which you've done.
I've done telenovelas. Yeah, I did. We had like three different ways of doing TV. We have telenovelas, that it's around 240 chapters.
Oh my
We
gosh.
have teleseries, that it's a hybrid between telenovelas and TV series, that it's maybe 70 chapters the first TV series, the first season, and maybe the second one 70 chapters. And then we have TV series that it's like you guys do it, like that is 13 chapters per season.
And you've done comedy, you said?
Yeah.
Like a sitcom or something like that?
Yeah, I've done movies, comedy movies. I did this movie called Misfit.
Okay.
I was like the bad girl. It's like Mean Girls, something
Mean
like
Girls,
that.
okay.
And I was like this, like the bad queen. Yeah.
You've done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like that. You're not typecast as a certain thing.
No.
You have a lot of range.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I've done more TV.
Okay.
But I also have reached other places, which I like, because if not, I get bored. I like to challenge myself, you know, and not to get too comfortable.
I see. By the way, we'll talk about this in a few minutes. Gimena is, I guess, relatively new. She lives here in San Antonio, I guess part-time. She has a place here. She's working on that. There's a reason that she's here in San Antonio now, and we'll get to that here in just a few minutes. You've studied dance as well?
Yeah. Ballet. I'm a pole dancer, too.
Well, I mean, one of your biggest roles, or most recent roles, you played a pole dancer in a movie.
Yeah, and actually it came here in the United States. It's in Cine Latino. I don't know if you guys see that.
I've heard of Cine Latino, yes.
Yeah, it's right now here. A soap opera I did like 10 years ago. They are doing the retransmission in Univision.
Yeah.
And then 90 Minutes, that it's a soccer TV series that is coming out next winter, sorry.
Okay.
On Peacock.
Peacock. Okay, so you are everywhere.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
So you're obviously not working right now, or are you in the middle? Are you on a hiatus, as they call it in the business, or are you on a break?
Yeah, like usually it takes some months between a project and another one. I mean, it depends. Some years you have crazy years.
Okay.
And sometimes you are like more chill.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about why you're here in San Antonio now, because some people might not have seen the headline, but I have visual aids. All right? I have this here.
Aww.
So this was taken a few weeks ago, and you'd be like, oh, look at that cute couple. Who's that guy? I will let you tell me Who is this guy right here?
That's my fiance.
Your fiance. What does he do for a living?
Well, he's the new men's head coach basketball in UTSA.
Correct. And just to prove it, this is the two of you. This was what, in March or in April when you guys came to San Antonio?
I think it was April.
Yes.
April, yeah.
So Austin Claunch is the man right there who was recently hired as the men's basketball coach at UTSA.
Men's basketball coach.
And you are his fiance. You guys have been together for a while, and he was just at the Final Four with Alabama, his previous team. But you were telling me you did not get to go to the Final Four.
I couldn't go. I was in Mexico doing work stuff. But hopefully we will get at some point. It will be great.
UTSA, listen, I know the Roadrunners are very excited. In español se dicen, what, corre camino?
Corre caminos.
Corre camino, sí. They're very excited that he's here and looking for some big things here. Tell me about that process, though, because you guys have been together for a while, you have followed him through his basketball journey. When you heard that he was in the running for the job here in San Antonio, what did you think?
I was so excited. First of all, because it's just a 2-hour flight to Mexico.
That's exactly right.
My family's there. I work there. So, I mean, I was super excited. Second of all, because I knew this was a job he wanted. When I asked him, like, which are your 5, like, top jobs that you would take, and he in between those 5, it was UTSA.
Yeah.
So
he was very popular.
Happy.
I think several teams were going after him. Or he's had a lot of success over the years. Obviously, went to the Final Four with Alabama and is now here in San Antonio. I know you were talking about how the two of you were, I guess, still living out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
And still getting adjusted to life and finding the perfect place and all that stuff.
Yeah, we are house hunting.
I get it. And then you go back and forth to Mexico still,
yeah,
right?
Still, yeah. Until hopefully I will get something here.
Okay.
I would love to act here.
I have a feeling maybe somebody will see this. You never know.
I will get an agent.
You never know. I'm
That's
assuming
the first thing I need to get.
She needs an agent. All right, so she's looking for an agent, a publicist, all that kind of stuff. We need to work on all that. All right, if you need my help, let me know.
Thank you.
Do you like basketball?
I do like basketball now. I didn't know anything first when I met him. I didn't even know what was being a head coach. I thought he was like a teacher.
How did you meet him?
I was celebrating my birthday in New Orleans. Yeah?
New Orleans, yes.
New Orleans?
Sure.
New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah.
So I love jazz, by the way. So
Great music, yes.
I went to the place where jazz was born. And we were bar hopping with my best friends, and I met him in a hip hop jazz.
Okay.
In a hip hop bar, where they play jazz,
like
downstairs, jazz and hip hop.
Yes.
So there he was. He invited me a shot. Then we started to talk. The next days we saw each other. Then I had to return because I was doing a callback for a musical, which I got.
Right.
I was like, I cannot stay. I need to go. He was like, oh, okay. You can stay. Like, I will change your flight. I was like, no, sorry, I need to return. But this was a very beautiful summer love.
Summer love.
You know, like in Greece.
Exactly.
Very beautiful. But you know, we have a saying in Mexico that is, mi casa es tu casa. Come to Mexico.
My house is your house.
My house is your house whenever you want. We don't mean it.
You don't mean it?
No! Zero! It's just to be nice. So, next week, he was flying to Mexico.
Don't tell me he showed up.
He showed up, yeah. Next week, he stayed in my apartment. I kind of like, I was like, okay, like, I was freaked out because I was like, my God, what did I do? Maybe he's a psycho. Maybe he's like, you know, like, I think he was the same too. Like, I will go. I like her, but what if she kills me? I don't know.
What if it's right here,
right here in Veracruz? What an actress. What if she's a narco? I don't know what he thought.
Oh, my Gimena.
And then he was there. So then we went out. We did all the touristic stuff.
Okay.
He tried all the exotic food in Mexico, and I was like, I like him. I really like him. So he started to come to Mexico like once a month, something like that. And suddenly, I don't know, it got serious, and here we are.
Ah, there it is. And he was coaching at the time too, because
Yeah.
acting is a crazy life and a very demanding job. It can be. Coaching is
Crazy too.
all the time.
I don't like, honestly, I think one of the things that we get along very well and we understand each other's job is because both jobs are crazy. In both jobs, you can be like, hey, like, I'm moving next, you know?
Yeah.
I called him once, like, hey, I'm going to the airport. What? I was like, yeah, I'm going to film this movie in Dominican. I just, like, I knew 1 day ago, you know? Like,
Just short notice.
yeah. So our lives are crazy, but that's why we understand each other and we respect a lot others' job, you know?
A lot of patience. A lot of play. That's fantastic. This is Gimena Gómez, actress, singer, dancer, not a narco, none of that craziness. No. We can confirm. But we were just talking about how your fiancé is the new coach of the men's basketball team at UTSA, so you will be going to the games whenever you can.
Of course, yeah.
And so you know all about Birds Up and about all
Of course, now I know.
You know, you have a bunch of orange. You bought blue, navy blue, and orange.
Navy blue, and white.
And white, right?
Yeah.
Because this is the.
Yeah, I love white.
This is the picture. This is when he got the jersey that day when Lisa Campos and everybody at UTSA made it official and everything. So that must have been a pretty exciting day when he was introduced. And I know you were sitting there in the audience.
Yeah, and yeah, I really love when he's very good at speaking. So I'm like,
how would you describe Austin as a coach?
well, I don't really know because I'm not like. He's a lovely partner. I just feel it's not that he's a bad, you know,
No.
but he's very passionate about his work. So whenever I see him coaching at games,
Yes.
he's yelling a lot. I just feel he will have a heart attack. I'm like, oh my God. And then, but he's different when he comes.
home.
No,
he
he's
can
sweet.
shut it off.
He's sweet, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. No, I've heard he's very passionate, but I think that's what UTSA wanted. They want somebody that's very passionate and hopefully win a lot of games and everything. It's very exciting. I had a chance to sit with him at an event not too long ago. We had a great visit. I know he's very excited to be here. So are you working on a film right now, or what's your next project? What are you doing?
Well, no, not right now. Well, I'm trying to raise money for this movie that is about a girl boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on that. I would love to produce also. Like I'm working in the production area.
I was going to think that was the next logical thing, since you've done everything else. I was going to ask if you wanted to produce or direct.
Of course, direct. I mean, I've produced before theater, and it's a whole thing. It's very stressful. It takes time. And then I was like, I will never produce theater because it just goes. Like, at least when you produce a movie, the movie will be there.
Yes.
So if I'm gonna get sick, I will rather have like something to see for a long time.
So you can be on your couch and just watch it there whenever you
Like,
want.
okay, this because of this project, I went to the hospital, but I'm fine. Like, it's there.
You survived.
Yeah.
And it lives forever.
Yeah.
You brought a couple of little props or something
Oh, yeah.
from your career, because you've done so many things.
Well, I was Sandy in Greece, Ecuador.
Look at this. Like, summer lovin' had me a blast. So, obviously, you're doing this in Spanish.
Yeah, in Spanish.
So, how would you sing? Like, you sang the songs and everything. So, you were the Olivia Newton-John character in Greece. You said in Ecuador?
In Ecuador, because I did a movie first there. So I returned to Mexico. They couldn't find their Sandy, so they.
Did you have to go blonde and everything? Like,
yeah, I used a wig.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
And because Greece is such a iconic.
I know.
Here in the United States.
And I didn't know that if I was going to be able to do it at any point in my life. So then when they called me, I was like, yeah, of course, I'll go. and it's a very cool experience to do like theater in another country, you know.
So I was thinking, how did, like, you sang Summer Lovin' and You're the One That I Want and...
El verano se terminó.
Summer Lovin'!
Yeah.
Had me a black... Yeah, mi español falta poquito. That is awesome. So do you like... You said you like doing movies more, but doing live theater, that is... There's a rush there, right?
It's like beautiful. Honestly, it's the thing that will demand you more. Theater, for sure. Because you cannot edit.
No, and it's usually multiple nights in a row. You're doing multiple shows.
Yes. So I was doing Rent in Mexico. I played Maureen.
Yes.
So we did, of course, more than 100 nights. 100 representations. I don't even remember how many. We worked on Christmas.
Oh!
I was crying.
Oh, no!
Of course, because it's a great day for day. You know, so they were like, you will work on Christmas. I was like, okay. Yeah, it's very demanding. People that does that like for their whole life, you know, that dedicate their life for musicals, I really respect them because like you never stop. You never stop.
No.
And it's very demanding, but also it makes you grow a lot as an artist.
And if you're really good, people keep asking you to keep doing more shows
and
stuff like that.
Of course.
Yeah. A few more minutes here with Gimena Gómez. Just a fascinating, a legit star in her own right, particularly in Mexico. I mean, can you walk around, especially back home? Are people constantly autographs and hounding you, selfies and everything?
It depends on what project I am doing, you know. If I'm on air, usually yes, it happens. But the other day, I don't know, it was funny because a guy was like, "Oh, you're the girl that does TikTok." I'm like, okay, yeah.
Among many other things.
It's good. I mean, I don't care. I just think, I don't care if they tell me, "Oh, you're a TikToker." I'm like, yeah, sure.
Well, you're multifaceted, multi-talented. But now, do you do your... I mean, you can go on her social media and see all of her videos and everything. Do you have friends or Austin or somebody that films these things for you, or you do a lot of it yourself?
No. Well, back in the days, Austin used to help me a lot with my content, honestly. Sometimes he's even there. I'm like, "Oh, come on, let's do this." He's like, "Okay." I direct him, you know. But yeah, I also have in Mexico, especially when he was in Alabama, he was like, he had no time.
Yeah.
So I have someone that helps me film it.
Because I was going to say, UTSA is going to want to see those videos and everything if Austin's acting and doing social media stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much he will be able to do.
He's going to be very busy.
Yeah.
He's going to be very busy.
I need a new partner, a new comedy partner.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, you know, let me know. I can help as much as I can. When you did the telenovelas in Mexico, so can you like cry on cue, and can you give if you were looking in the camera, what is the telenovela like, the look?
Well, it depends on the director in the company. You know, there's like a higher... For example, in Televisa, they do like a very high tone in acting. And then Telemundo is like a little bit less. It depends on the director, honestly.
Okay. Very
good. on the way the cameras are.
Got it. Okay. But you can cry on cue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Gosh. I've tried that before, but I can't do it. It's very difficult. Golly. Okay. So you're in San Antonio right now, again, getting adjusted to everything. Tex-Mex, because I think you had posted something. You're excited about your Tex-Mex adventure here and everything.
Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun? And have you found like a good restaurant here in? Because I don't know like the food in Veracruz, like how you would describe that, and if that's here.
Oh no, the food in Veracruz is very different. It's all seafood, you know.
Well, it's right on the water.
It's very different from here. Here it would be more like, well, yeah, the north of it's in Mexico. The food is very different, like from the peninsula, Yucatan.
Yes.
From Veracruz, El Bajío, and then the north.
Okay.
But yeah, I think tacos are the most, known thing, and I think you guys have here that a lot.
We got a lot of tacos.
Like,
we do have a lot of tacos.
Yeah.
Yes.
which is good.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
You can't drive 3 or 4 blocks without finding a food truck or a taqueria or someplace.
So I found Taco Palenque,
Yes.
which I think is very, very legit.
Okay, very good. And they're open very late, so after the game, you and Austin go get you tacos.
We asked for Uber Eats the other day. They were very late. I was like, great.
My wife loves the Matamoros tacos. If you ever get the little
Oh,
Matamoros
okay.
tacos.
I haven't
Taco
gone
Palenque.
there.
Okay, and the chips and everything. Anyway, I'm telling you. I know a little bit about tacos, but, well, listen, this has been great. This has been a lot of fun. I'm so thrilled to meet you, and I hope that you're enjoying San Antonio as much as I love it and everything, and hopefully you and Austin can stay here for a long time and win a lot of games.
Yeah, well, that's the idea.
Yeah. And you can still act. You can find...
Of course, I'm very open,
Yeah.
I'm very open to find something here. Meanwhile, I gotta still go to Mexico because I also cannot stay not doing anything.
Can't stay still. You gotta be busy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay.
I like that. I love it.
But what do you do for fun? Like when you're not acting and you're not basketball, and do you have a hobby or something specific that you like to do?
Well, the thing is, honestly, at the end, it all relates to work. But I love to do pole dance.
Okay.
But then at the end, I did a movie with that, using that. I love dancing. But I also did a TV series in Telemundo where I dance.
It's still work.
I don't know. But
okay.
now we're members of the Dominion Club.
Okay.
So maybe I will have a new hobby, for real.
Okay.
Maybe I will
Golf?
Yes, or tennis.
It's just going to be so hot. This will be your first summer in San Antonio.
Yeah,
Mucho caliente.
It's very crazy. It's crazy, the weather.
And humid.
Yeah, it's harder than in Veracruz, or I don't know if I'm not used now.
Well, in Veracruz, you can just walk and go out into the beach and
that's the thing.
cool off.
There's water, there's the sea.
Here, it's a little different. You just get a margarita and you cool off with that. But did you have something? What is this here in your room?
This is a thing Austin and I got in Greece. We went 2 years ago, and I bought it, and then we went to the first theater of the world in Greece.
Okay.
And then I just leave it there, to get the vibes of the theater.
Yeah, okay.
It's very special for me, so it's like my lucky charm, one of my lucky charms, and then I brought it.
I love it. Well, it's like I said, it's fascinating to me. I'm honored that I am your first ever...
My godfather, my English godfather.
Yes, the English godfather. A first ever English interview for Gimena Gómez, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish you and Austin all the best. I'm gonna have Austin in the car at some point as well.
Oh, cool.
So we'll talk basketball and everything. But so nice to meet you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. There she is, Gimena Gómez. Follow her. Just look Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all your favorite social media platforms. She has literally more than 1 million followers, and hopefully a few more after today. So another episode of Pickup Lines presented by Gamez Law Firm, Integrity Roofing and Siding, and the Sabinal Group, and we'll be back again very soon with another episode right here. So have a fantastic day. Vaya con Dios. Adios.